Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 29, Manning. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Throwing is Manning on third down. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
When the season began, the Colts went through a 3-man shuffle about who would emerge as the lead running back for them. It turned out to be Jonathan Taylor, the rookie out of Wisconsin. But when they needed a pass catcher out of the backfield, it was Nyheim Hines. 63 catches, third most by a running back in the NFL.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Smith to return it. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
On second down, it's Lewis, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Second down at 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Now Lewis here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Manning. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the side. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's returnable now for Smith. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They run with Lewis out of the gun. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Hard throw, incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Manning, and that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Manning. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But all in all, you never want to let that quarterback get a string of completions going, because if so, they're hard to deal with, and it makes for a long evening.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Four yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Manning to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, and a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Manning. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 14. Into the red zone now, Manning. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Taylor not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Manning. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Lewis. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On 1st down, Hines. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. He's got it to Hilton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. You know, their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Lawrence on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. Matthew Stafford, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle, see what's happening with the Seahawks. And it was the visiting L.A. Rams who get the victory in that one. John Wolford, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Manning. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Manning going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now Manning again. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw again on second down. Manning, touchdown Colts! Jack Doyle. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Quick slant here to Smith. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A second down run with Lewis. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Now Lawrence.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
That time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Manning, and the catch made by Hilton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Lawrence is thrown into the hands of Andrews.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Sets up the screen to Lewis. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5.
This is Lewis on the handoff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Lewis. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
He finds his man, complete. That's Clayton.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lewis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Lewis. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. $33 is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
7 yards the pickup there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Now Lawrence on 1st down.
Dumps it off to Lewis. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 40.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
They go play action now. Lawrence
looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Manning. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's got Mason, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent, like the best player of all that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball.